Alright guys, we're back. I split up my little tinder. Took a lot of work. I didn't show it all on camera just because I wanted to show you this part, which is actually getting my fire going. So no base. I do have my fire kit, and I'm going to take some of this punk wood and just use some of this, get it going, and a flint striker, which is now one of my favorite methods for getting a fire going, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge getting it going. There is no fire danger out here. It's really dry, so or really wet, sorry. But it's soaked. Everything's wet. So we're going to try and get a fire going here. I'm going to use this actually. Might use a base. Here we go. So I'm just going to use this little bit here to just shave down. Stuff takes to a match pretty well, or a flint really well, but I do like to whittle it down. Just keep whittling it. Stuff takes to a match, or a flint really well. One of my favorite tenders, and it's a lot easier than going out and getting birch bark. And then in this area right here, there's not a whole lot of birch, so I'm not going to take any off the trees. If you can find some, and if they're plentiful, then give her. But in this instance, we don't have a lot around, so I'm not gonna bother. So I'm just gonna keep working away at this. This is the Buck Omni. More of a skinning knife than anything, but I wanted to try it out. Get that in there. Once again, I did leave the Grylls flint striker at home just because I do have this one here that I'm going to use. The North 49. I like this choking up feature on the blade. Here comes a little bit of water. They say this stuff is waterproof, and it's got a really nice smell to it. I'm just going to keep whittling down this stick here. Keep whittling it down. Whittle, whittle, whittle. Another thing you can do is do like a fire stick and do kind of like this sort of a thing, how I'm doing here. So you can do that, but I find that they just break off like that. Alright, I think that should be enough. That's almost one full stick, so. Once again, this is nothing new. You've seen this in a lot of other videos, but not a lot, but. So we're just going to grind this off. Try and get one. Tighter. I didn't whittle this down fine enough. So I'm going to scrape off a bunch more here. not super windy, so that's what I'm thankful for, is that oh. Yep, there we have it. Just kind of group it together there a little bit. So I'll just keep building that up. Slide this over. As you can see, I've got lots of this good dry stuff that I took from the middle of it. No need to get excited either. See a lot of people get all in a fluff and try and rush. But this is a pretty important stage in the fire making, so just got to really take your time and let it catch. Which I think it's doing really good so far. Start to move up in tinder sizes. This is good stuff from the middle, so. And don't worry about forest fire. There's absolutely no danger of that. I can pretty much guarantee it. That's going to catch really good. Awesome. I gotta go get some more tinder on the go, but stay tuned, the fire's in the works. See, we got a good fire going in the background here. I'm gonna keep using this Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. Just splitting up some more wood here, just to keep this fire going. I don't want to lose it at this point. These knots in this wood are brutal. Throw that on there. Getting to the point where I can start putting on some bigger wood. Like I said, these knots are brutal when you get into them. There we go. Look at that. It's a good hunk. Put it bark side up. So we're getting there. We're not quite there yet, but we are getting there. It's a minute after 1 minute after 11. Smoke in my eye. This Grylls knife isn't that actually that bad without serrations. Never thought I'd say it. but it's not bad. Alright, we're back, getting ready to bust into my can of soup here with the Leatherman. This is the Leatherman Blast here. Ready to bust her open. What I usually do when I open cans like this is I just go along, reverse my can opener, and just pull them open, and be careful not to cut yourself like I just did, and be careful not to get smoke in your eyes like I've been doing all morning. Ugh. It's not a bad cut, but you do have to be careful. That goes to show you what can happen when you're not paying attention to this smoke. Hardly breathe. There you go. Better. I got rid of that lanyard too. I found it was getting in the way. Oh crap, I didn't bring anything to eat this way. God, I'm getting whaled. Smoke? Go away. Go away. The other direction. Oh God, I gotta move. Oh, can't breathe. Frank. Alright. Come behind here, you watch, it'll move again. Bugger. Just gonna open it enough just to stir it. Get her going. And I'm gonna put this. Where am I gonna put this? Put this in here. It's hot on the hands too, so you gotta be careful. Another situation, which I don't have today. There we go. But it's in there. Now, I gotta get some water going. My tea. And the wind's changing again. I gotta move. I gotta keep moving with this friggin' wind. It's driving me crazy. Come over here. Now it's gonna switch again on me. Got a little bit of stuff in my soup, but it's not too bad. Once again, you got to be careful when you go to put this on the fire. Sometimes you can burn yourself. You've seen me do this before. It's pretty simple. Just got to get it close to the heat source. Hope that you don't get any ashes in your food and or your water. Look, that's starting to boil already. One thing is good about them stoves that you buy is that the heat and the temperature is a lot more regulated. So what I mean by that is that it gives you an even heat source. With this, it's a lot more, it's harder to get that even heat source with an open flame. But it works, and you don't have to have a fuel cartridge for it. I'm going to sit down here and eat my flaky. So stay tuned, Woodsman 500. Alright guys, I know this is worse quality level because I'm using my camera. My JVC just died on me. My JVC Enviro, I think it's called, or whatever. I ran out of battery power. But I'm just getting ready to pack up here. My fire's out. I have my noodles and stuff. Drank my water, so I've really lightened my load somewhat with that. But I just wanted to go over some things. First of all, I'm going to leave these on my tarp. Like, I'm going to leave this part tied and then just take off down there and do it that way, so that way I don't have to keep cutting new rope every time. And I'm also going to save my piece that comes down like that. So I'm going to do that. And another thing is some points that I want to make with something that I'm going to do differently next time, which is I'm going to have a towel. That's the first thing. So something to dry my gear off, my hands and stuff. Also, gloves would also be very handy in this sort of a situation. And something a little bit more hefty that I can carry water in. I know it's only a day hike, but water is very important, and I don't want to drink that stuff. Not that it's bad water, but I'd like to feel safe when I'm drinking and not have to be worried about getting sick. And that's really about it. Like I said, I'm going to keep these lines and use them for next time. I'm going to keep these on. Another thing I might do next time is run a line in here just to pull this up, and also bring these down to the ground level if I ever did this again, which I probably will. Even for a tent, this is a perfect spot. I was just thinking that, you know, you can fish, trout fish, set up your tent, have a fire, do some squirrel hunting. I've heard several squirrels here already today. And do a bit of hiking and checking things out. That's what I'm going to do after I'm done doing this video. But yeah, that's just some things that I do differently. And that's really about it. Maybe some more food. So you always learn from stuff like this. I'm always learning. I've always said that I never stop learning. So just a few things to keep in mind for next time. And this is Woodsman 500 here. We're sign note for today. Do a little bit more hiking, and that'll be my day, but you won't see it on video. So stay tuned. Woodsman 500 here, guys. Thanks for watching. Doing a little bit of day hiking, a little bit of fire making, a little bit of shelter making, and bugging out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Woodsman 500. Stay tuned.